Hey, what up? What up, stream? What up, internet? Hold up, let's change the music so we get game music. As you may have noticed, hello there. Happy Saturday, everybody. As I was saying, as you may have noticed, I've adjusted the volume settings a little bit. Because I know it's not like it's been a huge problem, but it has been quiet for some people, and I did notice that my stream is quieter than some other streamers, so I am steadily trying to figure out how to fix that. Camera, you want to like pick up the green screen properly so it's not weird. Anyway, ooh, let's turn the cat cam on. How about that? Yeah, look at this cat here. Look at him, so cute. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hope you all are having a good weekend. I totally wanted to stream earlier, but I had a really bad headache. I'm having that problem a lot on the weekend, so I gotta figure out what's going on with that myself. But, yeah, we're here. We're back. Super, super stoked for more Ace Attorney trilogy. We're on the third and final game within the actual trilogy itself before we start heading off into the spin-off games and sequels and all that. What do I need to turn? That way? Hold on. Let's see if I can fix the camera a sec and be like, you wanna pick up the green screen, right? No? Not like that? Okay. Let's try one more time. Alright, I might need to do that. There we go. I was trying to get it to point more at the cat so you can see the cat better, but BLB. Oh wait, maybe if I do it this way? Yeah, there we go, that works. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so if you haven't noticed yet, I did make some changes onto the stream details. If you look down below, we have somewhat of a schedule now. So, in order to have a little more variety to what we're doing here, Mondays and Tuesdays, that's going to be our Final Fantasy day, because once upon a time when I first started streaming, I was just like, I only want to stream so I can stream my Final Fantasy adventures and shenanigans. And then I just haven't done that for a while. So, with Endwalker coming out, I'm gearing up for that because we are going to be doing a lot of Final Fantasy when Endwalker comes out. So to kind of prep for that, get back into the groove of doing Final Fantasy streams, which I haven't really done since I finished 5.5 MSQ. We're going to do that Mondays or Tuesdays, and the schedule's flexible because I have a full-time job and sometimes shit happens. But anyway, so yeah, that'll be Monday or Tuesdays. Right now we're focusing on Palace of the Dead. Hey, 21 Snicks, welcome back. Glad to see you here. I'm just talking about the schedule, sort of flexible schedule that I have posted down below. So Monday and Tuesday we're going to be doing Final Fantasy stuff. Thursday and Friday, what I'm kind of thinking is we'll use that for a variety day, because I have a bunch of games that I need to play. So right now we're doing Inscription, which is what I did this last Thursday? Yeah, it was Thursday when I did that. So that's the one I'm playing through right now, but that'll be a good way to like kind of get through my backlog of games. And then that frees up the weekend for Ace Attorney on Saturday or Sunday or both days, depending on what I'm able to do with it for that weekend. Because I like to do longer sessions for Ace Attorney when I can. Anyway, yeah, so that's the schedule we're going with. Welcome back. Glad to see you here. And yeah, let's get into it. We got our tea. We've got ourselves a comfy cat on the cat cam. I think we're ready to go. Where we left off is we're doing the second part of the trial, where we're trying to save our client from being called a murderer, because we think he might just be a thief, but he also didn't really steal the thing this time. So this is a little bit of a weird situation. I still don't know what the heck happened that night. We're piecing it together a little at a time. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're working on it. Okay. Here we go. October 14th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. My sis? I could have sworn I heard Mia's voice. Oh yeah, that's kind of weird. Like, nobody's turning into Mia, but Phoenix is just starting to hear her voice. I wonder what that's about. So then, she's still alive? Inside your heart? Aw, that's cute. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. Is it true that Is it true that Detective is the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definitive proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Lordly Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Bullard? Oops, it's almost time. Better get back to the courtroom. Okay. What if they are working... What if he's working together with... Oh, wait! But Kane Bullard was also looking into the thief, so what if he thought Atme was Mask to Mask and then got in contact with him or something? Or figured out that Atme was the one pulling the strings behind Mask to Mask to steal everything. So, in order to protect himself, Atme had to kill him. Ooh, that would be a motive. I need to find some solid proof. It's gotta happen sooner rather than later. Oh yeah, we have our prosecutor Godo, who is obsessed with coffee, and I have my tea. October 14th, 12:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Luke Atme, please take the stand. Well, well, how do you do, sir, lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. Coffee counter time, yeah, I'm excited. I love that you do that. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Mask to Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Atme has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? Being tried as Mask to Mask. Indeed, it's truly a child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Master Mask? Of course! Very well then, Luke Atme, let us begin with this simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Kane Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time? One without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. Wait, one without knowledge lacks even the That is a really weird sentence. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge. Thanks. Oh boy. First cup of coffee. Right, Mr. Atme. The night of the murder. Speak. We're all ears. Nice. As you wish, Sir Prosecutor. I was stealing the urn as Master Mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Master Mask was the same time as the murder. It seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. So he did make the software that takes the photo, so what... He can't tamper with the camera itself, so I mean it would still take the photo. But what if he could tamper with the date it was taken? I don't know. Or what if he set the clock wrong, so that actually happened at a different time? But it says almost 1 a.m. Even the great Master Mouse cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Atme, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. The alibi! We are gonna press on everything, because that's how we do. So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed it is! And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. Oh, sorry. I heard the wrong voice. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I am called Master Mask. But conveniently, and that also means that there is no way to tell who this really is. What do you mean?
Objection!
Are you saying that this is not in fact Luke Atme? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Master Mask to create an alibi? Oh-ho! What an interesting idea! Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice? Who would even work with this guy? I don't think I have anything here. We'll give it up for now, and we might, like, put a pin in this and come back to it later. If Luke Atme was at KB Security during the murder, then the Master Mask in this picture has to be a fake. And there really was an accomplice. But right now, I have no idea who it was. I don't have any idea right now either. Baseless objections are just what this guy wants. There's gotta be another way, and I'm gonna find it. More than enough time to prepare. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point? That's right! That was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right? Indeed. There was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was a perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. You truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick. Isn't there something odd about this? Detective Hatme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. Photograph contains no words. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here? Correct? Is that correct? Indeed it is! That is it! The very thing that proves I committed the crime! The very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it's really odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose. Objection! He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up. But it's like, that makes no sense, because he's the one who set it up, so he would know that it's there. And that it's gonna take his damn picture. So it's like, why would you do that? It's weird. We all have days like that. Indeed, it turned out that there was no such thing as a perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing. A sad blue melody. It looks like I'd better gather more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's gotta be something phony in that photo. Time. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come now! It's all too clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you? I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Unfortunately for the defense, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see. Looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious. So this alibi is false? It has to be, or you couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at the KB security. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either the mask-to-mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. More than enough time to prepare. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. Okay, so this is the same convo. 20 days ago. He sent the card after he began security watch. Yeah, there is something odd. Okay. He had more than enough time to prepare because it was an easy job. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? It wasn't speckled, though. The calling card is off. The urn's not supposed to be speckled. That happened after Adrian fixed it. Time. Warehouse camera went off once. There's the photo. Yeah, it's really weird. Written with a fountain pen. Shot of mask to mask striking a pose. About the first heist. Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box, kept out of sight. Okay, so that happened 2 weeks ago. Has pink stains on it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, alright, so here's my thinking right now. This is weird because the calling card mentions it's a speckled urn, but clearly it's not a speckled urn at all. It's not supposed to be. That happened 2 weeks ago when Adrian broke it and got the paint all over it. But then nobody should have known about that. So he did send that after he was hired. I don't know if that's relevant right now. That's gonna be relevant later, I'm sure. Okay, but what can we... Okay, so he's saying he had plenty of time to prepare because it was an easy job. Is there anything about his... An ace detective has acknowledged that he is in fact masked to mask. The photograph. How can we prove the photograph is fake? Should we present the photo here? Maybe we should present the photo here. Because it's like, if you were... Why would you get your photo taken if you set it up, you know? Like, that's a really weird thing to do. Let's try it. Nope, that's not it. Yeah. It's not a contradiction. I just need more info. That didn't go so well. Or should we present the photo here? Hold up, let me save first because I'm... Yeah, save here. Okay. Let's try presenting the photo here because he's saying that this is his witness. No? Okay. Maybe we should press the accomplice thing? But then who would have been his accomplice? What if it was... Man, the photo's certainly wearing a mask. But there's fingerprints all over there.
Objection!
Oh. There's no gloves. Maybe I am saying that because this person's not wearing any gloves. It looks like bare hands. What if that's Adrian and she was just posing for some reason? If Luke Gatme was at KB Security during the murder, then the mask to mask in this picture has to be a fake. Exactly, you had an accomplice. Now remember, you've said that, Mr. Trite, because there's no going back. If you're making baseless claims, I'll treat you to a penalty myself. And penalty is probably boiling hot, too. I'm sure it is. So who is it, Mr. Trite? Who is the accomplice? Lord. AMC's mask to mask. Works. Huh. But what if it was Ron in there? No, Ron did say that he... Goodo still can't get Phoenix's name right? Yep. Ron did say that he took it. But the... I don't know. Because the thing is, Atme knows who masked him. Atme knows that Ron is masked to mask. And normally puts him up to stealing stuff. So it's kind of weird. Head of planning, promotion, and security of treasures. We have, like, no proof for anything is the problem. Okay, well, let's just try it and see where this takes us. It's probably gonna be a penalty. It was this person. Nope, okay. Ha! That's quite the prank you're trying to pull. Do you have any evidence that this person is in fact the accomplice? Well... The aura that this person has around them is... If you're going to judge someone by their aura, you'd better be right up there as the #1 suspect, Mr. Wright. Yeah. Alright, let's... get some bar back. Okay, what did he say about the photograph again? So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here. It's the very thing that proves he committed the crime. The very thing that proves he committed the crime. Laura Taylor provided the camera. Could not have killed Kane Bullard unless he had an accomplice. Come on, think long and hard about that night. The basement warehouse and this picture that supposedly captures it. It's gotta be here. Isn't there something funny about this picture? Are you implying that this picture is a fake? Bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. There's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. Very well then, let's hear what you have to say. I just needed to press on this again, that's stupid. What about this photograph do you find funny? Well, for some reason the statue's missing. I also think it's funny he's not wearing gloves, but, I mean... I guess let's start with the statue. The funny part is right here. Why, this is a blood stain! Judge! Ha! Blood! Now this case is getting interesting! Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach-colored at that. From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is, when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Well, Mr. Wright? What is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? The statue. The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following.
Well, there is a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I myself was there the night the theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then that statue should have been there.
Objection!
When I went there the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed there accidentally? Your Honor, this statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to make it that distance. Ha! In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night?
Can you do it, Nick?
Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Well, Mr. Wright, I hope you're prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue on the night of the crime? Who? He says who? I was like, oh man, the cat left. I'll turn off cat cam, because there's no cat there. Okay. Alright, so for who? I was thinking it was moved because of the Shito. Because they had to pry the Shito out of her hands. And they wanted to use it as a weapon. So who moved the statue? Who was the one who, but they're asking who. So who was it that moved the statue? So who would have moved it? Did Atme move it? But why? Who was it that moved this golden statue on the night of the crime? Was it the thief? Was it, should I say Master Mask, or... No, because he wasn't there. He was passed out. Who was the one that moved the statue? So it was probably moved to grab the Shito. But they are asking who. Should we try it with Master Mask? Let's try it. What do you think, Mr. Godo? A man should be able to answer his own questions. That's what I think. Right now, I'm busy trying to come up with 2 answers of my own. Why is coffee black? And why is it bitter? Mr. Wright, to put it simply, you've messed up.
What are you doing, Nick? You need to think about why that statue was moved.
The good thing about when everyone chews me out is that it gives me time to think. I think that really was just the second one. Well, Miss Wright, I hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue the night of the crime? What if I just present this? What do you think? Answer his own questions. Okay. It's a good thing we don't get penalized for this. Who moved the statue? Alright, so we do need to say a who. Was it you, Atme? But why did he move it? The one who moved the statue was none other than Luke Atme. Come now, Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions. You could do infinite copies if you keep messing up. It's true, we could. Mr. Wright, what basis do you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple. However, why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where our battle really begins. Well, Mr. Wright, what reason did the witness have to move that statue? The reason can be found here in this photograph. Look at me, you pretended to be Master Mask to create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would have been exposed like cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue. A single fatal flaw? Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does this lie exist? Is it this box? Wait, what? If we didn't move the statue... I mean, wouldn't it just be that... It can't be this easy. Can it? Take that! The lie in this photo is somewhere around here. Jumping to conclusions again? Think you need to take a grander look in your local mirror. I say Yiddish proverb goes, a half-truth is a whole lie. Keep lying like this and you'll be the one on trial. Oh man, now they're all calling me a liar. Ouch.
The question is, why was the statue moved, right?
For some reason, the culprit didn't want the statue in the picture. At least that's what I thought. I'll ask you again, Mr. Trite. Just where in this picture does this lie exist? So if he didn't move the statue... What would have been the lie? If he didn't move the statue? It's not the paint? Well, I didn't quite click on the paint, though. Oh, the time of the photo. It could be the time. Take that! Naturally, the lie in this photo is the timestamp. What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke Atme went to KB Security and murdered Kane Bullard. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lordly Taylor at that time. What does that have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor. When was the statue placed besides the warehouse door? Well, that statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime. And it was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke Atme had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this picture days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't yet been brought down to the basement warehouse. Yet. That's one too many yets. So on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. That's pretty nervous. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke Atme had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match what the way it had been in the photo. Oh, that makes so much sense. Gah! Order! Order! Mr. Atme, is this true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? What's that? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lord B. Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Order! Order! Mr. Godo, what is the meaning of this? Godo, I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. How the hell did you go through that much coffee already? I promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Holy shit, man, are you okay? Which means I'm still good until the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point. Good point? So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points.
I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points.
So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time? And that the statue was moved in order to make it match? That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied. Which is... who's even giving him that coffee? That's also a very good question. Who the hell's making this coffee and sliding it down the bench for him? Oh my gosh, and how many mugs does he have? Yep, true. Another one? That is only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No way, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask. Yes. There's no funny business in your actions as Master Mask. There should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the Sacred Urn. The Sacred Urn heist. Coffee counter 4 we've seen, 12 according to him. This man drinks way too much coffee. His blood is literally fueled by caffeine. I first received the request from Lord Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in the box, and VoD! It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to seize the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my car 10 days beforehand. Yeah, his blood is caffeine. And that's a lie that he didn't see the urn until the day of the crime, because otherwise, if he had seen it, he would not have called it a speckled urn. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 AM on October 12th.
That's pretty much all the stuff we've heard before, isn't it?
Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave. Witness, you're sure there are no mistakes this time? Zaddy! Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Sacred Urn heist. We're gonna question everything. You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right? Indeed, it seems that they had heard of my sparkling reputation. I don't think I like you saying this is sparkling instead of sparkling. I don't think I approve of that at all. I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. Better watch out too, Maya. Urn was placed in the box and then sent to the warehouse. You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Rude? Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn. And she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Huh, interesting new tidbit. Unable to see the urn for himself. So you're sure that you had never seen the urn before? Indeed, you may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, look at me, let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers. Extremely valuable treasure. It's not valuable though. You mean this calling card? That's right! That is, without a doubt, my calling card! I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all. Of course, because Atme knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him. Handled security by himself. Then no one entered the basement warehouse? Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. Held the urn in his hands for the first time on October 12th. And this is the photo that proves that, huh? Indeed, to be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much.
Hey, Nick, this photo's a fake. Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this was taken.
That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. I need to take a good hard look at the court record. I already know what we're talking about.
Not a lot to go on, is there?
That detective's been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination. That he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime.
Alright then, how do we do that?
So one thing that Atme stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it.
We need to prove that he's lying.
We're gonna save just in case, cause I'm a fool. Okay. Urn was placed in the box. Till the day of the crime. He knew it was a valuable treasure, so he sent his card 10 days beforehand. Okay, so we know that he's lying about that because he called it a speckled urn. But the question is what to present and where. Have to watch without sound for a bit, but you'll still be doing the coffee counter? Okay, cool. Thanks, I appreciate the coffee counter. I don't believe you. Alright, let's try presenting the Sacred Urn itself. Nope, that's not it. No! Okay, so... Actually unable to see the urn for himself until the day of the crime. Let's try the exhibit poster here. Nope, that's not it. I'm trying to find... Because I know what we want to point out, I just have to find the right spot to do it. There we go. Calling card there. Mr. Atme, if you really are Master Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course! Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Master Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to the pink pattern on the sacred urn. Yes, that is true, but so what? Truth be told, there's no way that Master Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Wright. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say, an error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn. You can't be serious. And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder was no longer holds water. Ah! Damn. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that did it. He's broken.
Nick? I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
Huh? Oh, Lord. Ha! It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Master Mask. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Coffee counter 5 or 13, whatever. Let me ask you this. Why would he do that? An excellent point. Motive, you Mr. Wright, motive. My married murderous motive manifest?
Nick, he's getting a second wind.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Ron Delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, Detective? Indeed, according to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were? I'd be honored to, say old-timer. Doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. Motive for murder. Look at me, had no point of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the Blackmail Letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy. So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant? This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. Handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What? Blackmail letter updated in the court record found in Ron Delight's room, written by Bullard. As we all know, if the murderer didn't have a motive, the murderer didn't commit a crime. Ah, logic at its finest. Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. Alright, here we go. Cross-examining. Press everything. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. After doing a thorough background check with Detective Atme and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work? They were both involved in security. Nope. That was blunt. In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. Decided to investigate Master Mask, mistook who he was. Mistook? That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take an arrow. That wasn't what I meant. Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be? Why is the answer so obvious? Won't Delight, of course. Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Press harder. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Vardy! Take a look at this newspaper! Oh-ho! That's the famous Tear of Emanon, a magnificent jewel. That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely, the defendant. The defendant? The victim clearly misread the article and Zvary! He got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask. I see. That was an unusually reasonable deduction. Bullard wrote the blackmail letter. You mean this blackmail letter right here? It says bring $50,000. And the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's? There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it. But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee? This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment. And Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. Wonder. Oh. What if Kane Bullard sent it to Luke Atme because he thought Atme was Master Mask, and Atme was like, I'm gonna send it to the actual Master Mask and frame him for the murder. Because Bullard was on Atme, probably. What's up, Nick? Just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? Wow, do you have any evidence of that? For some reason, I just can't shake that feeling. There's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Let's read it! Let's reread it. Blackmail letter. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Instead, red diamond. Atme was talking about the red diamond ring he has on. This was totally meant for Atme. Ron doesn't have a red diamond. He wouldn't keep a diamond because he wants the fucking money. He would just hawk anything he gets, and he wants the money to satisfy his wife, who is spends way too much money. Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied? Again, Mr. Bullard harbored a grudge. What do you mean by that? Oh my, I was certain you were already aware. Zvary! KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of complaints. And since I was a security team chief, I saw data from the company. Kane Bullard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight. which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief. Here's a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullard's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullard was receiving money through a blackmail. However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money, even though he wasn't actually mask to mask? On that point, there was an unfortunate feat of chance. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he's mask to mask. Do you really think that story's gonna hold up? That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid. What do you mean? I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight.
Bonnie thinks he's mask to mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him.
Well, Mr. Trite. Was he trying to act like Miss Delight just now?
Thought he was actually pretty convincing.
That's why Mr. Delight had to kill him. Now that's just your imagination talking. Come now, said lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction. It's a result of carefully applied reasoning. Can we hear that careful reasoning for ourselves? It's a long story, and better save for another time. Very well, another time. Judge! Those so-called long stories aren't usually all that long, and relevant to the case. At least not in my experience.
So you're gonna try to connect Detective Atman to Mr. Bullard, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either.
In that case, you'll have to talk about the blackmail.
That's true. Is that blackmail letter really intended for Ron? Nope.
Since we don't have enough information, we should press him for more testimony.
Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions loose that way. Mr. Bullard, who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight, and was again Mr. Bullard, who hired a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Okay. And sent it to Ron Delight. Let's object to this. Ready? Objection!
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atman?
Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that. You want to talk? At times like this, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you've got there, Junior? Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Reveal to the world, come to key. Red diamond. Contradicting evidence used in the... Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Ooh, I have to show something else? Red diamond. Poster of the exhibit. Contradicting evidence in the contents of the blackmail letter. Do I just submit the letter and then point out that... Oh no! Neo Knuckles raiding! What were you playing? Was it Genshin Impact? How was it? Thanks for the raid! I'm doing... was it? Attack! Don't attack me. I'm doing, what's it called? Logical somersaults? Contradicting evidence in the contents of the blackmail letter. Do I just present the blackmail letter? I think. I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing here. Ha! Little 2-1 punch like that wouldn't even faze me. I heard you talking about you were fishing earlier. Did you catch anything cool? Mr. Wright, try thinking things through a little more before finding fault with others. Aw, man. Hold on, gonna have to save. Ouch, I sure felt that punch, Your Honor. We gotta save so we don't have to start all over. Anyway, let's try reading the blackmail letter one more time. There's gotta be something off about it somewhere. Please proceed to the testimony. Yeah, there is something off. It's the fact that he mentioned the fucking ring that he's wearing on his damn finger. So I know what's wrong with it. I just don't know how to point it out. Take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Do I have anything talking about, what's his face and the stuff that he received? You're stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Oh, maybe this. Because the blackmail letters are supposed to tell Ron to steal stuff and not to hand over money. Maybe that. Okay, let's try that angle. Raid! Hi, Sano. How's it going? Alright, let's try representing this again. Yeah. We just did this. And we have to say what's contradicting. It's asking for money when he's usually being told to steal stuff. Little 2-1. Oh shit, that was. Oh wait, yeah, objection, good. I think you mean 1-2 punch. Apparently, even though you have 2-factor authentication on your phone, you had to verify via your phone. That's a little weird. Pretty strange. Thanks, Twitch. Mr. Wright, try thinking things through a little more. No! Shit! Reload! That wasn't it! No! Womp womp. I thought we were doing okay because he objected. I know what we're trying to say, I just don't know how to say it. That's like one of the weird things about this. Okay. He literally sent 2 different codes for a second. He thought you messed up the first one. That is pretty darn weird. Photo of the crime. Found in the shadow of Omniface statue. Looks like it was torn off some clothing. Back to the security guard thing. Oh, it's just a list of what was stolen. So, what I think is weird about the letter... Hold on, let's go back and read it. Wait, what the heck? Where's there... Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 AM on October 12th and bring $50,000. mention Master Mask. Or... yeah, it doesn't even say anything about Master Mask or Rhonda Light. But it does say the red diamond, which I think is weird, but that wasn't the answer that they're looking for. So... what if we try presenting a person? Okay. Yeah, we'll just try presenting Rhonda Light. So how about that? You're one to talk. Show us the contradiction. Doesn't even... well, actually, it also doesn't even say anything about being Master Mask or... I'm guessing one of these two. Let's try Rhonda Light. 2-1 punch. Think you mean a 1-2 punch? Nope. Okay, that wasn't it. So it was... the answer wasn't Ron. So let's try... hold on, let me resave so we don't have to, like, keep skipping through that part right there. So this is following up where that guy pleaded guilty to being Master Mask to avoid being a yeah. So this is the follow-up, so they were like, oh, that guy was like, oh yeah, I'm totally Master Mask, and then we found out, oh, there was a murder, and this guy just got himself an alibi by claiming to be Master Mask. So now we're just like, hold up! You are not the real Master Mask! And then what we figured out is that he's not actual Master Mask, but he was sending blackmail letters to Master Mask to control what he was gonna steal, and then sending him money for those transactions. And he knew that Master Mask was Rhonda Light, so that's how he was able to do that. So he was like the mastermind behind the thefts. And Kane Bullard probably caught on to that and sent the blackmail to Luke at me directly, because he was talking about a red diamond, which he has on his hand. Right here, you can see it, that he has that ring on with a damn red diamond, which he got as a reward for returning the last item that was stolen. Yeah, so now we just need to prove that. Like, we know... We now know that, like, we realize now that this blackmail letter was directed at Luke at me, and I just need to figure out how we're gonna prove that, you know? Alright, so let's try again with presenting... because it doesn't mention Master Mask or Bronze, so we'll just try presenting his profile. Doesn't say anything about being Master Mask. Nope, that was not it. That wasn't it. And I'm like, what contradiction are they looking for? Emblem is top secret. It was written by Bullard. Come to KB security at 1 AM. Found it in Ron's wallet. So how do we prove... I would have loved to point out the thing with the ring, but it's not letting me figure out how to do that. I tried presenting this so we could talk about how the fact that Rhonda Light was receiving the blackmail letters to steal stuff, but they don't want us to address that right now, it seems. Photo of Master Mask striking a pose. Okay, so we have to point out the contradiction in the letter. We you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security. And then bring money. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. What if we just present Luke at me? Because Luke at me has the red diamond on his hand. I mean, it's worth a shot.
Objection!
We know that we're talking about the letter. Shows the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Can I talk about the ring on your hand? No.
Objection!
Not gonna let me talk about the ring on your hand. Got it. So what can we talk about? It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Rhonda Light. It's not even letting me point out the fact that it's not actually addressed to Rhonda Light. His body was found inside of his safe. He picked up the wallet. Where's Choco when I need him? Where's Choco when I need him to jumpstart my brain? Okay, let's go back to looking. Nope. Hold on. Enter. There we go. Okay. We're talking about the identity. Man. The motive for murder. Okay, how do we prove that he wouldn't have had the ring? Okay, so it talks about the red diamond. He got it for returning the last thing, which was the portrait. So Atme got his red diamond for returning the portrait. But Ron wouldn't have had that, of course, because he... What if we just talk about the jewel? Cool, I love guessing. Alright, so we're gonna try talking about the jewels. Like the heist. Alright, let's try this. Contradiction. Alright, so it's either this one or this one. We'll try this one first.
Take that!
Okay. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color. Oh, because he mentions red diamond, but the I get it. I'm a dummy. The problem is this jewel's color. Color. Sorry, color. I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Emanon that Master Mask stole at all. That's what they were implying. I get it! And your point is, Mr. Trite, so you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else. That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite? That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright?
Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Why are they all like, yes? This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing. Luke Atwood with your stupid red ring. Naturally, it was you, Detective Atme. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Master Mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. Ugh. Ugh. That is the diamond referred to in the letter. Which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Ah! Order! Order in the court! Order, I say! It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite. Uh-oh. I don't like the way you said that. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you for real? Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. You don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atme's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity? The mastermind behind the crimes! Atme killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
Uh-oh. I see that flashing. I see you flashing red. We don't want to, like, do all that dialogue again. The identity that Luke Atme wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as a blackmailer, because he was blackmailing the real Master Mask, and Kane Bullard probably found out. Luke Atme was a blackmailer.
Objection!
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that? Yeah!
You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme. But Rhonda Light was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Rhonda Light was actually Master Mask. That's what we're claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How'd you... You say that Luke Atme was blackmailing Rhonda Light?
In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Mask.
Well, yes.
Delight started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atney know that Ron Delight was Master Mask?
Because he was an idiot and shoved his costume into the trash can and changed it to his guard costume.
Take that!
I think I see it.
See what?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention.
What do you mean?
This newspaper clipping.
It has a picture of you and Ron Delight in his guard uniform. It seems that Master Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Ron Delight ain't the brightest, okay?
Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective.
And that's when he figured it out, Mr. Atney.
That's when you learned that under his mask, Master Mask was Ron Delight.
What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Master Mask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective.
I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer.
What a fraud trying to pass himself off as an ace detective.
Why, you? How dare you expose me like that? I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective, and also Master Mask. Why can't you understand that?
I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You are a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Ooh. Why, you?
Oh gosh, he's doing the yourselves with the big mouths. I say none of you can compare my genius. You're really just jealous. So good discamante. He's laughing crazily. He lost it. This dude lost it. It's enough to make one laugh. I think that's what he said. He's rapping. Yep.
It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atney.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atney.
Objection.
Oh lord, I knew it was too easy. I'm like, we still have evidence we didn't use.
Oh well. Hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
The fuck? You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite.
What are you?
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atney was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't that lordly tailor the night of the murder.
That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene.
Son of a...
Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
Shit! No! No way!
Order! Order in the court! Well, Mr. Wright?
This is it. This is the final round. Gotta prove that Atney was at Bullard's office on that night. But, can you really prove that? I don't know.
That's long enough, Mr. Trite. I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Atney was at KB Security and the defense... We saved because we're on our last legs. The defense... Can we prove it? There's no fingerprints on it. to prove it, do we? And our security guard friend is, like, useless. Luke Atme was there, though. How do we prove that Luke Atme was there? Blow to the back of the head. And around 1 AM on the night of the crime. Found in Ron's wallet. From blunt trauma to the head. Oh! That's the murder weapon. But! That doesn't really help us. Should we just fib? Wanna bullshit it? Yeah, let's bullshit it, because that's what we always do. We're great at bullshitting. Defense can prove it. With evidence. Are you sure? Ha! Don't you worry, I'll watch over you as you break down and fall to pieces. Very well then, let's see this proof. Proof that Luke Atme was at KB Security that night. Well, anyone could go in and not wear gloves. This was a bad idea. Damask knocked at me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. But we found that at the warehouse. Is it because the buzzer? Someone was there, but we don't know for sure it was at me, is the thing. This is probably not gonna work, and then we're gonna have to go back. This is the proof. It's true, that is very important. However, I'm not so foolish as to think that it'll pass for evidence here. Mr. Trite, it's time you learned the true flavor of life. Flavor of my special Gutto blend number 49. Well, Mr. Wright? It's bitter, very bitter. No! Nope. I should have just reloaded. But I wanted to see the scene where he gets it wrong. Sorry, Ron. Okay, that's why we saved. So we can't prove it because we don't really have anything. There's no fingerprints. I can't prove it. Just as I thought. But if we hear more of Detective Atme's testimony,
Objection.
unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Luke Atme is here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as mask to mask. No! Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that law wins all out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delight will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Order! Order in the court! That's enough deliberation over this witness. Can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late!
Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. That is a fundamental rule of all courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Atme will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask to mask, which which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of King Bullard is concerned.
No way!
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atmy's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as King Bullard's murder.
Ah! Well, shit.
Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atmy, will go free. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today, and as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I will have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? What are we gonna do? And I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atmy. Come on, somebody.
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing, and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you?
Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles, and no matter how bad it gets.
That voice! No way!
Long time no see, Phoenix.
Mia! This is the true power of the crane channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me. But right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Hell yeah, Mia! Save my ass!
Now, let's do this.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia! Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine...
Not yet. Testimony's not over yet.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Well now, sir lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron the Lights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. Then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter, Mr. Goodo? Does he know Mia? Ah, nothing. Does this dude know Mia? Oh, sir lawyer, looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at... Let's hear it. Huh? It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Goodo, what are you? Very well then, Mr. Luke Atmy. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief. The last testimony. Indeed, it is true that I was not at all the tailor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what information informed me that the true culprit was Ron the Lad. And thanks to the keycard and the wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why?
The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Why the fuck would the killer sound the buzzer on himself, though? That's stupid. Mr. Delight was wearing his master mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Very! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. That's a lot of fishy shit you just said. This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well. No, it doesn't. This witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course! But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me, and I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, sir lawyer. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. We cannot postpone Luke Atmey's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a second, just one chance? Ha! Seems that the party's about to begin. Shit! Well, Phoenix? There isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony! So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix. Pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. She's telling me to present somebody's profile, is she? Cup number 17. The last cup. It seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony. And I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Yikes forever. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination. The last testimony! And now we save, because we're not allowed to press anything more than once. Alright. Let's find the fishiest of the fishy statements. Had to leave to see about another important job request, known about the day beforehand, and this photograph ready. Drilling deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was drawn to light. Key card in the wallet, it made it clear he was there. Yeah. Deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. True. No fingerprints. Why? Victim would have left prints if he sounded it. Which means the killer sounded it. See, this is weird though, because it's like, why would the killer call the buzzer on himself? I'm gonna press this one. Mr. Atmey, about this last remark.
Objection!
You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. This scum was in Kane Bullard's office that night. Oh, shit. Now, it's time for me to drink my last cup. Mr. Wright, I will hold you to your end of the bargain. That's enough. Womp womp. That wasn't it. But why would the killer press the buzzer on himself? That's stupid. I think they're wrong, but okay. Deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. Did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Victim would have left prints, so the killer sounded it. That is why he left no prints. The victim just mistook the color of the jewel. Like, I really don't think that's true, but I don't know if that's gonna be the right thing to press on, you know?
But he's saying that he was Master Mask. How did he know that he was wearing the Master Mask outfit? Mr. Atme, about this last remark. I'm afraid that you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Goto. Ooh, is this the one? What? Mr. Atme, seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder! How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed! That's what I said! My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. Sorry? Whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. When exactly did we learn the fact Ron Delight was dressed as Master Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry. I just never had a chance to mention it up until now.
That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should have known this are those who have been watching this trial. Yeah. Ugh. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There's no way that you should have known about that! You were in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mask. So then, enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information? Well, come on. This detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. He done goofed? Heck yeah. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out. Only one? One way, you say? Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious someone there.
For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
Objection!
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. Ooh, it was Atme. Detective Atme! You saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. And that was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Why are we sweating so bad? Everybody's nervous. Oh my god. What is he doing?
Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. Yeah, he snapped. He's crazy pants. What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. Dude's more nuts than a bowl of almonds. Yeah? Just a bit. And upon killing his blackmailer,
Luke Ashby tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty of as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
Excuse me.
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me!
Oh, I didn't realize you were there. He's the fucking defendant, of course he's there. Why wouldn't he be?
About the verdict.
I know, you never committed any murder.
That's right! I'm so glad you understand that, but... I really am Master Mask!
Huh?
So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it, I've been careless. Careless? Oh! So he really is at Master Mask. And he really is a thief who steals shit. But he was found innocent of being Master Mask in the trial yesterday. So they can't get him for the thefts. What do you think, Mia?
As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. The defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent.
And then Master Mask is really innocent?
It would seem so. For now.
For now! Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty! Woo! Yay! And he's getting away with stealing a bunch of shit.
Oh well. Oh, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all.
October 14th, 3:35 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4.
You did it, Phoenix.
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days.
You mean about becoming the master of the Crane Channeling School?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
Misty Faye, right?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course!
Well then, see you around.
Mia.
Ah! Mr. Wright! Oh, I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight.
Thank you so much! No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, so... Now that I'm...
Come on, just be happy already.
Maya.
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Master Mask to boot.
But, in exchange, I lost everything.
Huh? What do you mean?
Stealing security information from KB Security and becoming Master Mask. I did it all for one reason. For her.
You mean your wife, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said that she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but... Once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure.
So that's why you became Master Mask?
Yes, but it's all over now. Broken bowl can never be put back together!
That's not true, right, Nick?
Right.
Really? Can we go back to the way things were?
It'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can? I wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together, because we have this frickin' urn that keeps getting put back together. This poor urn has seen some shit.
The Sacred Urn! Desi was the one who found this.
Desiree, your wife, she's always believed in you, Ron.
That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything.
Ah, there you are.
Mr. Light.
Did it, Ronnie? You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that, but I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really Master Mask either. Mr. Light, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not really going to leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So that there's no way he could ever get away.
She's gonna become his partner and they're gonna steal shit. Alright, Bonnie and Clyde. Didn't you say that you hated criminals?
Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
I see.
My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous.
Okay.
Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desi!
Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you?
Nicky boy,
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, well, take care of yourself?
You too, Nicky boy.
Yeah, I can feel my face going red.
Mr. Nick, Miss Mystic Maya, congratulations!
Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you with another man's wife in front of Mystic Maya?
No, you'll
I'll never forgive you, never, ever!
We got slapped by a little kid. Was she like 8? So, just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together, but I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before. It's correct now. It's not all lumpy. It's spelled right. Yay! That was a weird case because it didn't start out as a murder and then it just went to murder anyway. Whoa, why are you a maid, Maya? Brand new episode has been added. Save your progress, hells yes. Let's go ahead and start the new case. We got some time. I clicked out of the window by accident. Here we go. There we go. That's enough! This court sees no reason to prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
It wasn't me! I swear it wasn't me!
The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank that poisoned cup of coffee.
No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. I saw.
What is going on?
I saw someone else there. A man. He's the real killer.
Don't accuse me. Oh my god. Am I gonna get accused of some shit?
Why won't anyone believe me?
Oh no. Oh no, it's this guy.
Well, I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you, Mr. Wright?
This court finds the defendant guilty. This court is adjourned. Holy shit, what's going on? January 6th, 10:03 a.m. Wright and Company Law Offices. What the heck was that start to the case?
The start of a new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world.
I bet it does, Maya.
So, I've decided that our resolution should be Svari, take on the world. What do you think?
Sure, whatever, Maya, but I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. What the hell is mistletoe cake?
Never! You've got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks or on TV or playing a board game.
Hey, pal! It's gotta be Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe.
Happy New Year, Detective.
Likewise. Now listen up, Wright! I wanna...
Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation.
Yeah, me too. Alright, pal, you've got some explaining to...
Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective?
A what? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but...
Yay, thanks.
Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat.
Hey, what about Pearly? You haven't forgotten her present, have you?
No, yes, no. Are you doing this on purpose?
Guess I'm busted. How'd you like my first practical joke of the year?
Very funny, pal. Let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it, magazine?
Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict? Defense attorney Wright trounced?
Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday? What the heck is this? It's a report, pal. About you. Rude.
Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case.
Well, tell me you don't remember anything about it. But I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from, anyway? December of last year, which I guess makes it last month.
Which makes it old news, you mean?
But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December. Is someone going around posing as me? Dude, what the fuck? Oh my god!
So what do you think this is all about, Nick?
It wasn't you, pal. And that leaves only one possibility.
No way. You don't mean... A phony Nick?
This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one, too. Magazine clipping out of the court record. An article from December 5th says I was trounced and my client was found guilty. So, what are you gonna do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it?
Well, it's your fault the judge found that defendant guilty in this case.
I didn't do anything! My fault? How do you figure that?
Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of.
Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves? I didn't do anything wrong. At least, not that I remember. Better make this right, pal. Now. That means taking the case back to court. Got it?
Sounds like we've got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto.
I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned.
Guess that New Year's resolution's gonna have to wait until next year.
So you're taking the case, right? Good. I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal? I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. The client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation. I guess I am kind of responsible. Why would someone want to impersonate me? Also, how? How do you go around impersonating a lawyer? What about my badge? What sort of guy would do that? Let's talk to Charlie. Charlie, a quite decorative plant. He's sort of a keepsake, something to remember Mia by. Sure, the office is a mess, but I never forget to water this little fella. Yay, Charlie! What to do?
So what's our first move?
Guess we go down to the detention center and talk.
Wait a sec, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you.
He's not Phoenix Wright, he's Phoenix Wrong. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's call the phony Phoenix Wrong.
Whoever it is isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right?
Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me. It was a fake me that did this.
I wonder if he looks exactly like you. You're phony, Sinyop, I mean.
That's supposed to be, yeah, that's Phoenix backwards. Okay. Hope not. Ugh. What kind of name for an evil double is Sinyop anyway?
Ah, Nick, I got it!
You're gonna ask whether I've got a twin brother? The answer is no.
Spoil sport. Did you notice the Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was it just me?
What do you mean?
I mean, he was really worked up. Like a guy who's just found out he's going to be a dad or something.
Yeah, I guess he was acting kind of strange.
Maybe he realized he's got strong feelings for you, Nick.
I don't know about that one. Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya.
Well, he wasn't nervous because of you.
Then maybe it's because of our new guilty client? Show the badge to everybody!
So you still got that badge, I see.
Oh, well, I'm a lawyer, aren't I?
Yeah, but I guess I just didn't think you'd keep on being one for this long. You have to admit, you've had some close brushes with death because of your job.
I fail to see how being a lawyer is more dangerous than channeling dead people.
What do you think of the article? Can't believe you've got an impersonator.
Can't either! Ugh.
Aw, but look on the bright side. Only famous stars have people impersonating them.
This isn't funny, Maya. It's not just an impersonation. The guy stole my identity! And someone may have been wrongly convicted as a result.
Guess you should have gone into showbiz, huh, Nick?
Ugh. I'll never understand how your mind works, Maya. Ooh. What if I talk about you? So, how's your spirit medium training going?
Well, I stand under the rushing waters of the showerhead every day.
That's called taking a shower. What happened to the rushing waters of a waterfall?
I'm kind of taking a break. I'm having a bit of trouble right now, you know?
Last year's incident must still be on her mind. Mia told us to ask about her and stuff. I haven't seen Maya train at all since that time. I think Mia said that it's because Maya's kind of torn these days. Mia helped me out in court again last time.
It's so cool that you get to meet my sis like that.
Yeah.
The mediums lose consciousness when we're channeling, so I don't get to see my sis.
What if Pearly does it? I never really thought about it that way. Hey, if you want to meet Mia, why don't we just have Pearls call her?
No, I couldn't do that. I'd be too worried about her.
Guess Maya's got all sorts of things to think about too. Despite her immaturity saying otherwise. Anything about Godo? Does he know your sister?
So you still can't remember anything about Godo, huh?
I already told you I have no idea who he is, let alone why he dislikes me so much.
He sure seems to have a problem with you for some reason. You better watch your back, Nick. Coffee lovers can be quite bitter.
You're just making that up, Maya.
Picking up an old case has already been ruled on. It's not like Gumshoe, is it?
No, he barely manages to stay on top of the cases in front of him.
Yeah, he's always busy, and gets dirt paid. I mean, look at that dusty old coat he wears.
Do you mean he gets paid dirt, or you really think they pay him in gravel? Ouch. Alright, well, let's go to criminal affairs. Blue Badger has a girlfriend! Look at the pink badger! January 6th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department.
It's been ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick?
Looks like Gumshoe isn't around.
He's got it so easy leaving everyone else to do the work.
No, he's out there somewhere. My bet is on the courthouse. He's probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case.
Guess that means we should go to the detention center and chat with our killer, huh?
After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure killer is the right label. Wait, what about this?
Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute.
That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it, and now it's the national symbol of the police force. So, what's with the pink one? It's new, right?
She's not an it, Nick. She's a she, right, Chief?
Yep, meet the pink badger.
So one's called Blue and the other's called Pink? But they're both called Badger?
You got it! They're married.
Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief.
You got it! That's marriage for you. Wow. Whoa, a mascot that's deeper than the deepest of the deep oceans. Damn, dude. Alright, well. That's all I wanted to do there. Let's go to the detention center. January 6th, detention center, visitor's room.
This is so nerve-wracking waiting to meet our new client.
I wonder what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty. Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me. Ah! Oh my god, it's Maggie. How did she not know it was me? Alright, what was her voice again? I don't remember anymore. We'll just make something up. Okay, what's something good we could do?
How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? You put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying.
Aren't you...
Yes, I am. I'm totally and utterly let down. Are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggie, remember? Maggie Bird.
Maggie Bird? Ah! Maggie Bird. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop too.
Oh yeah, that's sad.
What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you a quit?
Oh sure, very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes? You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Oh, I see.
That's where we stand right now.
I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder.
Oh, sorry. Shoot, wrong voice.
I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time.
But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the whole world keep me down, sir.
This guard monitors the visitor's room. I bet they don't get too many waitresses in here. He looks like he's getting a bit restless. So, what happened? Maggie?
So how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? In the second act of The Life of Maggie Bird, I'm playing the role of a waitress.
A waitress?
Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away, sir.
And then you got into this mess straight away, right?
Yeah, you could put it that way.
What happened?
This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month. It happened in Tribulating.
Tribulating?
Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included.
Oh. Oh, wait.
Oh. There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... one of the men slipped some poison in the victim's cup. The victim took just one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out.
Hey, hold on there, Maggie.
What?
You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed?
Not at all. I'd never seen the guy before.
Oh. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right?
Of course! A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele.
So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway?
You tell me, Mr. Wright!
I guess the answer to my question was, is my phony? I must have asked how and then skipped through it by accident, sorry. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy. Tell me about the guilty verdict.
So if you saw the murderer, Why were you still convicted?
Because no one else saw.
Saw what?
The other man, the one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time.
But how's that possible?
I don't know. Nobody, not one person would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense. My granny could have done a better job.
Look, that wasn't me, okay?
And then, I found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket.
What?
A small bottle. Poison.
What? Poison? It was in your pocket?
Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison in my pocket when I was unconscious.
And no one else saw this other guy?
No, sir. That's what everyone said, but I don't see how they could have missed him.
The other guy.
I was the one who took the coffee to the two men.
Oh? And what was your impression of them?
Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry.
In music? How come?
Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir.
An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a good look at the CD at all?
It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess.
So it was a band CD, maybe a promo disc?
Maybe it was MC Screwdriver.
Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that?
What was the name of that group again? McHacksaw? No. MC...
What about the killer? What did he look like?
Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man, well built like the victim. Really.
You know anything about this article? Oh, yeah, I need to ask you about this.
Hey, this article's about my case.
Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me?
Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Wright.
Ah.
Hey, Maggie. Is my evil double Iam here too? No, I don't remember phoning you, Maya. Aw. Would have been so cool.
Maya, what?
Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime, you said.
Did you not notice that this person was talking differently? Jesus. Okay, I get the picture, but you've met me in person before. So how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me?
I guess looking back now, it was a little strange.
Only a little.
Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. And your voice was a bit weird. Oh, and you had this kind of funny accent, and...
So the guy was nothing like me then?
But he had your spiky hair and blue suit.
She's not the brightest. That's probably why they kicked her off the force. Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me?
How about everyone else in this courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter?
Everyone had these big question marks on their faces, but assumed that no one wanted to say anything, sir.
This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial?
Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. So we should be able to get a retrial.
Mr. Wright? Do you think we'll win next time? Sir? My life has been a full course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building.
How the fuck are you alive? 9 floors? Holy shit.
I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused for murder. But I will survive because Maggie Bird always lives to fight another day. And one day, I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. Zinniup is really gonna pay for this.
What are you staring at me like that for? Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out.
We'll find him, don't you worry. We'll get Zinniup for you. Thank you! I'll tell you where Tribulating is then.
Right, the restaurant where the murder took place.
Yes, sir! When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure. Alright, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant and its food.
She's only thinking about the food. Okay. Look at my badge! Why didn't you question this?
That badge, is it real?
Of course it's real.
That's what they all say. But I've been duped before. Give it to me for a sec.
Chomp.
She bit into it. And I left a few teeth marks too.
I can see that.
I just wish I could remember if that means it's real or a fake.
I said it was real. Alright, let's go to Tribulating. January 6th, Tribulating. How is it still taped up?
Wow, look at this place.
Look? More like smell. What is with the suffocating scent of flowers in here? I don't know if I would eat at this place. It's very pink. Not that there's anything wrong with pink, but it's just like, holy shit, this is like overwhelming. And the flowers. If it smells like too strongly like flowers, it's gonna clash with the smell of the food, which I don't really like. Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right?
Actually, I'm not all that into it. No one's coming to see us. Maybe there's no one here.
Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here.
Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want.
Yeah, I suppose we can. Time to examine everything. Ooh, what's on the door? For me. It's the restaurant's front entrance. There's a sign hanging on the door written in French. It probably says open or closed. Must be one or the other, but I don't know which since I don't know Jacques about French.
It's a rack full of fashion magazines and they're all in French.
Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya?
Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then.
There's something stuffed behind the rack.
Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this. Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of these pages.
MC Bomber!
MC Bomber and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros.
$100,000, $500,000 crossed out.
$100,000, maybe?
I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. This paper. It's from December 3rd. This paper's from the day of the poisoning.
What?
Sports paper added to the court record. Dates from December 3rd, the day of the incident, found at Tribulating. Paper from the day of the murder. This has gotta be a clue. I should see if I can find some more about this paper. Rackful magazines. I found that sports paper behind this magazine rack earlier. Better try to find out everything I can about it. You telling me to look at it? Hey, that's Mask to Mask. Interesting. Why is there a doodle of Mask to Mask on it?
Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here.
I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all these personally. Let's see. A bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look! Fine bone china cups.
Never knew you were so cultured.
Come on, Maya! This is common knowledge! Any Joe Schmo knows this much.
Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money.
You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way. This must be the table where the murder occurred.
I guess so, with all the police tape all around it.
And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya?
Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know.
You know who is, though? This is a cat that likes to lick shit. That's a good boy. Then why can I picture you doing just that? Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there.
Really? Cool, I love snow. Let me see. Huh? It's not white. It's not even snowing.
Got you! I was only kidding, Maya.
Nick! There are lies that are okay to tell and lies that definitely aren't.
All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about a non-existent white snow. She's mad. This table's set nicely, it just needs a customer.
What do you think this flower is, Nick?
Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and it's not a sunflower, I don't think.
Duh, even I could have told you that.
Well, those are the only kind of flowers I know. Dagnabbit, I'm a lawyer, not a botanist! Well... I don't think there's anything else to look at right now. Shall we go to the Criminal Affairs Department? Oh, what if we show her... this?
Oh, a sports paper. Let's see. Did Goods and Braun manage to defend his heavyweight title?
Sorry, Maggie, that paper's actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder.
And Goodson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh no.
Found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulating.
Really? That's strange. Tribulating doesn't get any newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them. Then maybe one of the customers left it behind?
Anyway, what I want you to take a look at is this scribble here.
Aha! That's it, sir! MC Bomber! That's the name that was written on the CD!
Just as I thought.
I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh?
How do you mix up Bomber and Screwdriver? Those are like two very different and different things, different levels of concerning.
So that $100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right? Someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure. The Master of Karain, or the Spirit Song, or even Maya's theme.
Okay, Maya. So the stamp CD was on the victim's table. That means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim.
You're right.
So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh?
I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick?
Now, Gumshoe? Nope. I guess back to the restaurant. January 6th, Tribulating. Oh la la! Bonjour! Welcome to Tribulating.
Oh, hello?
What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Oh my god. Bienvenue! Welcome to my petit restaurant.
Huh? B Avenue?
Oh no, my petit tulip.
Huh? Me?
Look at his face, like a kitten rejected by its own mother. You are fatigued, no? Alors, you need this. An aromatic basil melange à la neroli à la rose. My personal recommendation.
You think I need what?
Oui, just add a couple of drops of this mixture to the bath water, and voila! It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastic.
Really?
And voila, monsieur! Who, me? Look at that face! Like a puppy rejected by life itself. Oh, fatigue, no?
for you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot. And maybe a into. Oui. I will add le peppermint and le clary sage for a fragrance exceptionnelle. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Hello! If you'll be seated, I'll bring you the special menus a day. Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers. My Beyoncé, I know this already, monsieur. You are la finesse wine, no? Yes, you know me? Oui. I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. Guess he was cross-examined by a mystery Xeniop. It looks like everyone to do with this case already knows who I am already. I wonder what sort of impressions Xeniop's been leaving on people, don't you? Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I am Sean Armstrong. Enchanté. About the restaurant? So what does Très bien mean? I know Très, that means 3, right? No, Très bien is français. In English, you would say, very good. Oh, very good. Oui, exactement. L'atmosphere is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here? My cuisine is not for all. Some people say do not appreciate la haute cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggie, I do not have enough hands. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui, for le moment. No one has answered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi. Please don't eyeball me while you say that. I am the chef. I'm the manager. I am also a trained aromatherapist. A roaming what? A practitioner d'aromatherapy. The art of soothing the soul with the delicate floral aromas. Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. What happened? So could you tell me what you know about the incident? Yeah, it makes me sad to remember it, yet remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing. So, it was the 3rd last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in here for coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the poison in his coffee? That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggie who took his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair. He was dead? Mon Dieu, oui, he was dead. Maggie had passed out also. And this man who died, was he alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggie said there was someone else, but... I see. La police. They asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table? They asked. But I'm not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Old man? What old man? What old man? So who's this old man that you mentioned? At the time of La Madère, there was another customer in here. Then who's to say that customer didn't get out of their chair and then fucking murder the other dude? What? Someone else saw it? Mais oui! As usual, they came alone that day. At the time of La Madère, he was here. He saw it too. But he said the same thing, that there was no one else at La Victime's table. But Maggie swears there were 2 people. Mais, mademoiselle, le lawyer, he could not prove this, no? About the lawyer. That was me, I suppose? Mais bien sûr! Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me. My good sir, I think that's what he said. I don't know. Look, I don't remember my French that well. Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making stuff up?
Look at my badge.
Please, monsieur, there is no need to show me that. You are among Phoenix Wright, the worst defense attorney in town.
I think I can imagine how he formed this completely wrong impression of me. The last time we met, did I show you this badge?
Oui, you flashed it to everyone in the restaurant.
Looks like Zinny Up is a bigger fan of flashing stuff than you are, Nick. Damn. Hey, how come I don't have the Magatama?
I am not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. But your defense's cause that day was a little, how do you say, lacking, perhaps? Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English could have done a better job. You are very cool, though. Oh, oui, oui, so handsome.
Wow, I wonder just how bad the defense could have been. Sorry, I'm pouring my tea. Give me just a sec.
Every time you opened your mouth, the old courthouse stood.
Oh man, that is something I don't want to imagine. We found the sports paper in the magazine rack here.
One of my customers must have left it behind.
Do you have any idea which customer it was?
The only ideas I have, mademoiselle, I say for my kitchen.
Tell me about Maggie.
Maggie was a policewoman once, n'est-ce pas?
Yes, but she had to quit for reasons beyond her control.
Oui, oui, she was le suspect in la murder investigation, no?
Oh, you know about that?
That is why I gave to her la perfume for la happiness.
Happiness perfume?
Oui, blended from bergamot, like I've given to you before.
But she's been arrested again. And found guilty this time.
This is true, and natural aroma on happiness must have been very strong.
Just admit it, your perfume doesn't work!
I'm not surprised she was la prime suspect. But something like that took place before my very eyes.
Something like what? What's this guy talking about?
Does this mean Maggie did have a motive?
Gotta ask this guy for more info. Stat. Tell me about yourself.
It is hard to imagine, I know, but I was an apprentice for 5 years in La Quai, Paris.
Wow, in Paris?
It was something le chef there said to me that made me decide to open my own restaurant.
What was that?
That awful man said to me, you must train for another 10 years. Oh, it was such a shock, so unexpected. But you would have to be a fool to do this, no?
Okay. Maggie's motive. When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen?
Oui, I suppose you could say so.
So what happened?
No, and it was nothing.
Look, Maggie said she didn't even know the guy, but she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive.
Oui, it is true.
If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. Oh my god, Cyclock! Cyclops! Oh, wait, what are we gonna do, Nick? Just have to remove... What the? Yeah, where the fuck's my Magatama? What's wrong? The Magatama. It's gone! Huh? Yeah, I noticed that when we got here. It's weird. I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air. What? I could see the Cyclops. Maybe that means the Magatama is nearby? Mr. Armstrong, can I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting. Is anyone else sitting there?
That is a question you will have to ask him yourselves.
Huh? Him?
The old man spends all of his time down the park.
Park. Oh, a park! What park's that?
Behind the restaurant. It's called Vitamin Square.
Thank you.
Je vous en prie, my dear.
Oh, wait. That'd be vous en prie. Je vous en prie. Yeah. Because it was yep. Trying to remember my French.
Let's go check out this vitamin square right now, Nick.
Where's my Magatama? Shit. I can't believe we lost it. Did we drop it on the way here? My French is oh, yours is super rusty? I only took a year of French, and at the same time was also taking Japanese, so there was a lot of crossed wires when I was studying it. Just a bit. It made life hard. Don't ever do that. Don't study 2 languages at the same time. It's bad. Alright, January 6th, Vitamin Square.
So this is Vitamin Square.
Yeah, I see where they get the name from now. The fruit just screams vitamins at you.
Hey, Nick. That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about?
That grouchy-looking grandpa?
He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons.
Why, he's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them. Okay. Took 3 years, but pretty much haven't used it since high school. That's fair. My grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. Oh dear. My Magatama around here somewhere? Hey, look, job listings.
Ooh, there's a magazine here.
It's a magazine full of job listings.
You disgust me, rogue! Picking up something someone else threw away!
Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job?
That's none of your business!
Sorry, I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then.
I don't want anyone else having it! Give it back!
Too bad, now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. Job listings picked up from a bench in Vitamin Square, thrown away by the old man.
Hey, that's mine!
Did we just steal from an old man? We're rude.
Looking at this orange reminds me.
What?
You're supposed to eat lots of them to ward off colds in the winter. You can't have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, you know.
Ooh, we should get oranges soon, because I like them. Well, I can't eat an actual orange, I can't peel an actual orange, but I love, like, cuties and tangerines, because I can touch those. You don't have to tell me twice. Look at those pigeons.
Hey, look, pigeons!
Yeah, and heaps of them, too.
Did you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace?
Are they? I thought those doves. No, that's doves, right? That's a dove, not a pigeon.
Poor things. So they can't be as symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray? Is that it?
You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. I got strawberry.
This place is so fruity.
It's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites.
And that apple side is perfect for you.
And what is so perfect about it?
Oh, come on. Don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. You'll see.
No way! I'd get covered in sand if I slid down that slide. Anyone can see that.
Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try, too.
Okay, Maya.
I used to love sandboxes like you wouldn't believe.
Really? You?
Sure, finding iron fillings in the sand with a magnet was my favorite thing to do.
Iron fillings? Wow, that's too exciting for words.
It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then.
So did you manage to get all the iron?
No, I never did. I think I came close, though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron fillings I found way back when. You want them?
No! Just no. Where's my Magatama? Hello, grouchy old man. What did you see? Excuse me. Would you mind if I had a word with you?
Yes!
I just want to ask you a couple questions.
What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? Oh, you don't like my seeds, eh, pigeons?
He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's gotta hurt.
Go on, eat this!
Maggie Bird. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you about Maggie Bird?
I don't know any Maggie Bird.
Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Tribulating.
Ha!
It's a disgrace, I tell you, another disgrace!
Disgrace?
Innocent young girl revealing herself like that?
Revealing? You mean her uniform?
The youth of today, they don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you, not 1 ounce. Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty?
What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing.
You! Your problem is you lack any sense of grace! Damn.
Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts.
Aw, poor Maya. Do you go to Tribulating a lot? Huh! That miserable excuse for a restaurant? That garbage they serve in there is not food? Where's the sushi? The tempura? The rice?
Tribulating is a French restaurant, sir.
Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks!
Dude finds problems with everything. What a miserable old man. Yep.
What about those shameless girls?
You mean the waitresses?
You can see all the way up there. Yes, they're waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
Listen, it's not my restaurant.
Ha! Miserable excuse for a restaurant, that place. Miserable.
He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going? Are you a regular, sir? Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? I like how the game says what I'm thinking. It's just, if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons! You want food? Ha! Take that!
He must be hiding something, right? If he is, I should be able to see a side clock or two. Oh, wait! I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh? Remember, Nick, that Magatama's only alone. You better find it or else. If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm gonna be in a world of pain. Wait, hold on. Can I look at this? No. Okay. Have you seen my Magatama? Oh, did I drop it in here? It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Looks like Mr. Armstrong doesn't get any newspapers. Well, it wouldn't exactly suit the feel of the place, would it? Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic-like in those mags, Maya? Yeah, it looks stunning in some of those Parisian frocks, huh? I found that sports paper behind this magazine rack earlier. I better try to find out everything I can about it. Where did I drop my Magatama? Is it at the detention center? Smile for the camera. Oh, smile, you're on candid camera. I dropped it at criminal affairs. I'm not gonna click on all that. It has to be at the restaurant though, right? Probably at the restaurant somewhere. Damn. I need to find it. Anything about this? I am not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. But your defense in court that day was a little, I say... Oh wait, we did read this. Sorry. My bad. You know anything about this? Mademoiselle! Yes? Are you looking for a job? What? No, I was just... Let me see. Your style is on bon different, but you have a good face. Different? Félicitations! You pass! I will hire you. Pew! Come with me. I will teach you everything I know. Nick, help! I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both. Ooh, hold up. There's a bunch of little trinkets on a shelf by the door. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all these personally. It's really tight behind the cash register counter. Did Mr. Armstrong even get in there? And if he got in, could he get out again? Where is the Magadama? Mr. Armstrong must be a pretty big meat freak. He already has this table ready to go. And if only the food in this place was edible. Oops. It looks pretty cold out there on the streets. Peaceful, though. It's nice that people can take it easy after the holiday rush. This must be the table where the poisoning occurred. The stain tells the story well. The whole area is still cordoned off with police tape. I guess it must still be under investigation. This restaurant has partitions that separate the tables. When you're seated at a table, you can only see the tables to your right or left. Okay, but where's my Magatama? Well... Now that Maya's not here, what do I do? Oh, look at this again? Track full of fashion magazines all in French. Ugh, all the clothes in these are absolutely atrocious. Some of them have been circled in red. Really hope Mr. Armstrong is not thinking of buying those. Do I just leave her? Excuse me, sir. Could I just ask you about this? Sir? Here you go, boy! How does some pigeon feed sound to you? That's not exactly what I was hoping to get out of this guy. What do you think of Maggie? Nope. What do you think of Mr. Armstrong? Nope, nothing out of you. Okay. Okay. Well, she's been kidnapped. Oh, shit, nice. January 6th Detention Center, visitor's room. Looks like they have Maggie in questioning. Guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. Okay, about to criminal affairs. Here we go. Gumshoe, are you back yet? January 6th Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's gonna find her innocent? No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation. Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal. Oh yeah, he has a crush on Maggie. Gumshoe's really fired up about this. Oh yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court's sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. That was fast. And Godo's gonna be the prosecutor. Oh, him. Now, listen up, pal. Maggie's found guilty again. Yes? I'll make sure you get locked up for good. Got it? Tell me about Maggie. So the guilty party was Maggie Bird, huh? Yeah. Back when she was on the police force. You were her mentor when she was a rookie, right? Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know? Hey, what's the funny looks, pal? I was just her... It wasn't anything like that. Look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her training. But that was it. Nothing happened. Gumshoe's sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. Ah, so that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little crush on Maggie. You didn't figure that out last time, Phoenix? I don't like her or anything. Liar. Note to self, gossip with Maya about this later. Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? Gotta keep it a secret, got it? Sure? And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all this time?
Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You have to be blind not to see what's on your mind. So, I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim? Glenn Alk. It's a palindrome. Glenn Alk, he was a computer programmer. I see, a programmer. He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggie never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal. Yeah, Maggie also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? Not according to the chef. He said it was his first time he'd seen the guy. Programmer, and a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggie have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought, but a motive was still somehow established in her trial. You're kidding! What was her supposed motive? Sorry, pal, I'm real busy. I haven't even gotten enough time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay? You want to hand me the paper so I can look at it? What could this motive have been? This really isn't the time for a proper... This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right. The judge already ruled on the case and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggie's testimony. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I've got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggie Bird's no liar. She's... Okay, she's a bit out there and a bit off base sometimes. But she was a good cop. It's not exactly complimentary, you know? So what do you think really happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony? The biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggie still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim. Right, but get this! Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone, even the chef. And then there's that CD. CD? Oh yeah, she did mention something about a CD.
And there was a sample CD on the table, sir.
But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD. What? Not on the table? Not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal. Didn't Maggie say the victim was wearing an earpiece too? Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie. Radio? You didn't have a CD player? Got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all. Come to think of it, the owner of Tribulating didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Interesting. What do you know about the sports paper? What's that? Sports paper? Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Tribulating. It's dated the same day as the murder. Maybe onto something here. Take a look at this. See this writing here? MC Bomber. Hey! What is it? I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber! Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once. Ah, it's no good. I can't remember. Gumshoe! And he goes back to being the Gumshoe we all know and love. Hey, pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on this scribble. Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about that in any case. Thanks, pal! I bet this'll turn out to be an interesting clue. Sports paper given to Detective Gumshoe. What do you make of this? Sorry, pal, all I can think about is Maggie at the moment. No, I didn't mean it like that! I meant... You don't have to explain, really. I wasn't at the trial myself, but I asked this one detective I know how your defense was. And what'd he say? Started off by saying, I'm at a complete loss for words. And he must have found some quick because he went on about how bad you were for an hour. But, said you sucked so much, it seemed like you were trying to get Maggie found guilty. So it looked like I was trying to get It looked like I was trying to get Maggie found guilty? That thing real, pal? Why does everyone keep asking me that? I wonder what this phony of yours is like. You had Maggie found guilty of murder, doesn't that tell you? Try to track this creep down. What do you make of this? Nothing. Okay, can't tell me anything more about the victim. About the chef? Chef of Tribulating, huh? You know what that chef said to me? Oh la la, your body's full of the toxins. And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day. Under orders? Yeah, you know. There's something about that lady. I mean, guy. Huh? Can't stop thinking about him? Not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's not my type. I mean, I can't stop thinking that he's involved with this case somehow. Sounds like he knows a little something more about our charming chef. Yeah, tell me about the chef. So what exactly is it that caught your attention about this chef at Tribulating? It's, kinda hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway. Hey, come on, detective. Did you say you'd give me the dirt on anything? Well, this sort of stuff is kinda unimportant gossipy stuff, you know, pal? Look, how about this? You go to Tribulating and investigate the place yourself. If you find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report it back to me, okay? Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out more about the chef and Tribulating, then report back to Gumshoe. Alright, I need to do a quick BRB. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, so just, chill out and stare at Gumshoe for a little bit. I'll be right back. Wait, hold on, let me run a 30-second ad on this while I'm doing that. Okay, right back. Good. I think we're good. There we go. Alrighty. And we're back, and we're gonna finish this investigation. That's my goal. Back to the restaurant. Magatama's gotta be around here somewhere, right? January 6th, Tribulating. Scent of flowers sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. Whoa, who are you? Oh, hello? Who was that just now? Customer? She had sort of a dark aura about her. Ah, welcome, bienvenue. Wow, what a cute voice. Oh, whoopsies. That's probably Maya.
Oh, it's just you, Nick.
Maya!
Well, how do I look?
Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium.
Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer.
Who was that woman I just saw?
Oh! Since you're here, you might as well have something to eat.
I am kind of hungry, actually. Actually, so am my eye roll. Where's my Magatama? sure it'll just turn up eventually, but... Alright. So how do you like your new job, Maya?
I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. Of course, we need a customer before I can do any of that.
Yeah, it's a nice looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come.
Don't forget about the ultra cute waitress. Check out my gimme a tip smile.
Okay.
Hey Nick, why don't you order something? Chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, so he says.
How much is it?
It's the twin tea set, so it's $20, of course.
The twin tea set? I believe I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of expensive.
What? But you can't! Come on, Nick. It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working at the cash register.
How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy.
Yeah, right. Maybe later.
About the lunch.
Oh! Fine choice, sir.
No, I am...
Kitchen! A lunch special, please! With all the extras, drink, side salad, dessert, and gift.
I don't need any of that!
Just a moment, please, sir.
Maya's really getting into this. We got suckered into spending money. So how much is this set lunch then? $20, huh? But with the drink, side salad, and dessert, it's $45? Hey, wait a sec, Maya!
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you are, our deluxe fortified lunch set.
Lobster? Whoa.
Dish inspired by a lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit.
Thanks?
Come on, Nick. Hurry up and try it already.
Lobster, huh? Alright, down the hatch it goes.
Well?
Are you hungry, Maya?
I'm starving.
Here, it's yours.
Really?
Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you'd better polish off that plate.
I just remembered. I've got to clean the toilets.
Hey! Can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. Travion lunch special costs $20 despite how unbelievably bad it tastes. That's disappointing. What a waste of food. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad?
Hey, Nick. Want to take a peek in the kitchen?
Kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. Now, what was it that Maggie said again? In the kitchen, you'll get to see all the chef's greatest secrets.
In the kitchen? That sounds tasty.
Hey, wait up, Maya!
What is it? I'm pretty busy right now.
Weren't you gonna show me around?
That was my plan, to find some cool clue and show it off in your face.
I better conduct a search in the kitchen myself. Away we go. Hey, why's my Magatama in here? January 6th, Tribulating kitchen.
And here it is, the famous Tribulating kitchen. It's my first time in here too, actually.
It's a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure.
Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we'd better search quickly. Chop chop.
What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same, too. Hey, wait a minute. What is it? There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
What's that liquid inside then, I wonder?
Hey, Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he?
Small bottle, found in the kitchen. Shape is different from the other bottle. Contents unknown. That's probably the fucking poison. He's probably in on it.
Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty.
There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature?
Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it?
Looks like a collection of poems he's written.
Poems? Cool, read one out. And say it in your best French accent. With intensity, okay?
Oh, Lord. Okay. Here's one. It's called Printemps.
The two of them like actors from a film. The coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon on that sad Sunday morning. The foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea, and I know what I will do. I must lie to you. I must.
Huh? That's it?
Yep, that's a poem for you. What are these lace curtains for?
I don't know, but they give the place a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains. You know, if I was a cooking pot, I'd be perfectly happy to sit on a shelf under those.
How do you respond to something like that?
That smells good. Something's bubbling away nicely in that pot. Must be the lobster and abalone fricassee with the balsamic vinaigrette.
Isn't that what I just ate for lunch?
Maybe. What you ate is the only French dish I know the name of. Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of some of these seasonings. Hey, Nick, this container has oyster sauce? What's that?
That's not French cooking! Isn't that used in Chinese food? Ah, look! Right there on the counter!
My Magatama, what's it doing there?
What indeed? On loan from Maya, recovered in the kitchen of Tribulating. Why was it there?
Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never seen them as seasonings. Oyster sauce. And look at these knives. They look really sharp.
I can see how one of those slices through a cheesecake.
Cheesecake? You don't exactly need a sharp knife for one of those, Nick.
Why was the Magatama in the kitchen? Is Mr. Chef a little sticky fingers thief? Let's go to Vitamin Square. Oh, right. Why is there a... That's a bright pink bike. January 6th, Vitamin Square. The old guy's not here anymore. Drat. And they still have some unanswered questions for him. What on earth? A scooter, huh? Who'd leave it right in the middle of a park like this? Wheel guard and the light are busted. I guess it must have been an accident. It's totally wrecked. Ah! That's going on for a while. That's a lot of screaming. Gwar. Holy shit! Is this phonics wrong? Alright, he definitely looks Yakuza. What kind of voice do we do for this guy? I don't know. Hey, what do you think you was doing with my bike? No, I was just... Ah! You've been messing with my new ride? Is that what you've been doing? New ride? Isn't that kind of an old model? Ah, you're gonna pay for this! It wasn't me, I was just passing by! Hey! That was the one that covered my saddle crap, huh? Ah, you was gonna pay, you truck. Catch my drift. No, wait a sec. I'm not a pigeon. So I couldn't have done it. Wise guy, eh? I ought to beat you so hard it'll feel like you was smooching the express train. Uh-oh. You better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round up a group of lawyers and then you's gonna pay. Why does he have my same hairstyle? Actually, I am a lawyer myself. What do you say? I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Phoenix Wright? You saying you, Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I am. So you's a wise guy too, huh? Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm the one and only. This guy's serious? What? Out my way! I gotta cruise! He's gone. Yep. Phoenix Frog. Surely that guy wasn't my phony, was he? How did anybody mistake that guy for Phoenix? Just fucking hairstyle, that's it. He wasn't anything like me! Guess I better make a note of the scooter. Scooter to the court record, ridden by my phony. The wheel guard is all smashed up. Ha! Pathetic! Oh, it's you. You threats from a little brat like that? And you look like a pigeon that's got seed in its eyes! Have you been here the whole time, then? I was in that strawberry! Had some thinking to do! They all look the same, you know, lawyers. More like you had some cowering to do. So, are you a regular? Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just that if you dislike it so much, why do you keep going there? Sir? There you are, you filthy pigeons! You want that food? Take that! Ah, there's my Cyclops. I knew it. This old guy has got something to hide. What could it be? Alright, let's try Magatoming, you know. What kind of things do we need to break for you? Tribulating regular. It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at a restaurant that you dislike so much? Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants, to eat! To eat? Is that the whole truth? What do you mean? I don't think you go to that restaurant for the food at all. You insolent brat! How dare you accuse me? What proof have you got? I can tell that not you nor anyone else in the world would go to that place for its food. Because it's fucking terrible. The proof is in the pudding. Or in this case, the lunch menu. That's a twin tea set! The food at Tribulating is terrible and expensive. You're wrong! It's cheap! Huh? I'm rich! I inherited money when I was a boy! Yes, I'm stinking rich! I haven't done a jot of work since I was born, other than feeding the pigeons! What a load of crock. Taste another story, but the price is nothing to me! So you're saying that you go there because you've got money to burn? Exactly! I have so much cash I go for a swim in my money vault every day! Unfortunately, that's a lie. What? You don't have money to burn, you're flat broke! That's why you had that stupid job listings magazine. This is yours, right? My magazine! Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job? So what? So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money. Oh? I don't go to that restaurant for food. I just go for the Java-chino. Yeah, I think you mean a cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there? $8? There better be some golden beans. What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwater, do you? Is that it? No, I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee there is really that great. No, it's not, but anyway, yes, that place has free newspapers to read every day. Newspapers? Exactly! They don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there! I'm sorry, sir, but there are no free papers to read at Tribulating. He doesn't like... I need something to prove that they only have the fashion magazines there, so I'll be back later. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. I'll be back for you. Can I take one of these? No? Okay. Alright, let's go talk to Gumshoe. Mr. Gumshoe! January 6th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, you're just in time! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? The lab got back to me about that newspaper you gave me. Must be in the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up anything? Said the doodle was written by the victim, Glenn Elg. No doubt about it. I expected as much. The victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. Sports paper refiled in the court record, left by victim, doodles in victim's handwriting. MC Bomber. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, well, guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me with whatever you find in that restaurant, okay, pal? Since when did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although, I get the feeling that there's something I need to show him. A very suspicious bottle of something. Yeah, one of those aroma bottles too, huh? Only this one doesn't smell. Huh? I don't get you. This was mixed in with all the This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same. Wouldn't you agree? Cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis. The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important. Small bottle given to the Detective Gumshoe. I had a hunch there was something funny about that chef. You suspect John Armstrong? Got that guy's number. I know what his secret is. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before. Guess I'd better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean. Yeah, please do tell. So, what's Mr. Armstrong's secret? You ever had lunch at Trey Beyond, pal? Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Yes. So how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean, and he's got a girl like Maggie as a waitress, so... Yeah, I guess it's probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is he's up to his ears in debt. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. Holy shit, that's a lot of money! $500,000? We're talking dollars? Yeah. Hey, if it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, that case is full of surprises. I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. John's loan contract. John's debt is $500,000. The owner of the loan is Tender Lender. Huh, Tender Lender. I wonder what that is. What's Tender Lender? It's for $500,000, pal. That's $500,000 bills. What's the in there for? Is there really that much money tied up in this case? Can't give you an answer on that, pal. Now without the case file in front of me. But I'll tell you this. That Armstrong guy would have done anything for cash. He's desperate, you know. Probably looked the other way. No, I don't, but I think I sort of get the picture. What do you make of this? Nothing. Okay, okay. Anything about the scooter? Nope, okay. Nope, nope. Are we done with Gumshoe? I think we're done with Gumshoe. Yep, alright. Back to the restaurant. Should we go snooping around in the kitchen? Nope, okay. Prove that they don't have magazines there. Here. Close. Some of them have been circled in red. If I go back to the office. Ooh, January 6th, Wright & Company law offices. Poor Maya. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taken a shine to her. Suppose I'll just let her work at the restaurant for a while. I'll go pick her up from Trey Beyond once things have cooled off. No, okay. Nothing actually here. Yeah, that's all for the restaurant and things I found there. So all we can do is go back here.
About this. Sorry, Nick. I'm a waitress now. I've got a pile of work waiting for little old me.
Nope. Scooter, no. Agatama? You are so useless, Maya. Can I tell me anything about him? Nope, okay. Alright, we're just gonna go bother the old man now. Nope. What do you know about the scooter? Nothing? Okay. So I guess we're gonna have to try showing him the sports paper, because we found it behind the magazine rack. Just in case I screw up, like, really, really bad. Alright, let's do it. Let's give it a go. Oh, I gotta redo the first one again. That food is terrible! And he was like, I'm a rich boy. You're broke because you're looking for jobs. And then he was like, no, I like to go there for the newspapers. This is the only thing I can think of. Take a look at this. What is it? It's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Tribulating. So, what of it? This was the only paper there, and it's dated more than 1 month ago. What? Do you see what I'm getting at here? That restaurant doesn't get newspapers. This is just one that a customer happened to leave behind. Ah! Tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth? I'm not hiding anything! I'm gonna have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen! The real reason why you go so much to Tribulating is... you like looking at the waitresses. Why are you asking me about this girl for? She was the waitress at Tribulating. Huh? Therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress. Arrgh! I don't recognize that face! And you're probably telling the truth here. Because you weren't looking at the girl's face, but at her outfit. Oh. That's the truth, isn't it? You became a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress's uniform. That uniform's all you can think about, isn't it? I can't take it! To you, that waitress was your... Enough! Please! No more! Stop saying that word! Stop saying waitress! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! That was a weird thing that just happened. Sir? Yes, it's true. I was there for the young girl. Fine! So I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful old devil. No, I didn't mean it like that. I even get one of those lousy cups of Javachino every time. For $8! All because of the serving girl. Punish me. Lock me up. Really? That's not what I'm here for. You'll be the same. Another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like. You'll know how painful it is to be an old man like me. No, really, listen, sir. Stop calling me that! I have a name, you know, boy. So show some respect, huh? I'm Victor Kudo. Sorry, Mr. Kudo. You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more. This guy was in the restaurant at the time of the incident. Which means I have to hear his testimony, one way or another. I don't believe this. I even broke his Cyclops and everything. I just have to try to get him when he's in a better mood. Now what? We're just gonna go around and try to figure out what to do now? and show you doesn't put you in a better mood? Nope, he won't tell me anything. What if I show you Maggie again? No? Okay. Can you tell me about yourself? The answer to that was also no. How am I supposed to do now? Nope. You come with me. Oh! It's that old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons? Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of those seeds in my eyes. Ooh, ouch. Hey, Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while? Huh? Me? Why? Because you're wearing a waitress outfit and he likes the outfit? Something I really want to ask that old man. Sure, okay. I'll just get changed. No. No, hang on. Can you go like that? I guess? Sir? Ha! You again? Well, I see. Nick, his eyes are burning into me. It's okay, I think it's going pretty well. Ha! Huh? You're still just a little child! Run along and play on the side, alright? Play on the slide? We were so close. Just a little more and he would have spilled. Pigeon! How can we crack this guy? Excuse me, please, sir. What? Can't you see I'm beating the pigeon? Oh! Mia. Good idea. Mia! Well! If you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you. Yes! Of course, certainly, I'm Victor Kudo. Even from beyond the grave, wow. So what you saw about the incident? You mean the man who died after drinking the Javachino? It's like he's a different person. It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. A girl took the Javachino over to him, you see? And? What was the customer alone? Definitely! He was the only person at the table. And he took one sip of his Javachino and... And he said something like, "Arg," and then collapsed. Dead. Oh, how terrifying. You're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know. He certainly seems to be telling the truth now. But it looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either. Do you like the food at Tribulating? Well, of course, I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know? I set up a casino in London. Really? How interesting. Eating the food at that restaurant really takes me back to my days in France. What a lovely story. London's in England, not France. Ah, yes, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. It's too much. I can't take it. I want France. I can't believe he is laughing at the guy. You visit Tribulating a lot, don't you? Of course! I mean, yes! I'd like to come and see you there! Really? Oh, you flatter me so. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure. Be careful of that chef, my dear! Chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong? That's right! That man's an ex-con! He's an ex-con? Dude, tell me more! Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do? Oh no, those eyes! I can't take this! He has really got this guy eating out of her hand. He steals things from his customers. From his customers? That's why my Magatama was missing. Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things mainly. Yep. That's why he was able to take the Magatama. He's a pilferer, so you better be careful around him, my dear.
Are you sure about this?
Of course, he was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javachino. Damn, he really is a regular. Let me write you a little haiku about it. A haiku? A Japanese poem. I'll explain all you need to know about that, chef. Victor's note added to the court record. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. If he takes anything again, you'll let me know. If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement. Poor guy, he couldn't do enough for Mia.
Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I can do to help.
Thanks, Mia. Got some really important information thanks to you.
Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like this.
Well, time to go show Gumshoe. January 6th, Tribulating.
Guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation.
Had enough of being a waitress?
Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant.
Oh la la, Mademoiselle Maya! No, how can you leave me like this?
I'm sorry.
That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a Cyclops or 3, didn't he? I'm gonna have to break those. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. Volunteer! Of course! Maggie's motive. What's happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day?
Hello! I'll confess everything. Just don't hurt me.
Huh? That was a new world record.
It was a lottery ticket.
A lottery ticket?
La man idea at the lottery ticket. I have $1 million.
Wow? Isn't that how much you're in debt for? $500,000?
Oui, but after l'incident, this ticket, it disappeared.
The ticket disappeared?
This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket.
Why didn't you tell me about this sooner?
My lord!
You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me. And I want to know the reason why.
No, monsieur! You doubt me? But I have confessed to everything I know!
Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket, I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person. You? Because you owe money? Mr. Armstrong, I believe there's a very high probability that it was you. Ah! Wow, that is one piercing scream, even for a man like him.
Mais pourquoi moi? Why? You have no evidence. I'm not Master Mas. I'm not the kind of person who steals the property of others.
Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past.
What is this? A poem. Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems.
Please read it and put some feeling into it.
Oh, Victor before, a wicked man. A woman? Peter Fender.
I'm sorry I have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you?
Mon Dieu! Le mensonge! You are a liar!
You deny it?
Do not make a false accusation, s'il vous plaît. So, do you have any proof? I want to see the incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers.
You stole my fucking Magatama, you jerk. It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong.
What is that?
This is my Magatama. And I found it in your kitchen.
No!
Wow, that scream just about broke some windows.
Oui. I have a weakness for La Trincasse on La figurines. My hand, it just slips out. I cannot stop it.
Stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right?
Oui, it is the truth. I'm just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Since this time it was not a small trinket, oui? It was $500,000. But no, why would I steal it? I had no need for such money.
Really now?
Oh, monsieur, what is it?
Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you're in desperate need of a large amount of cash because you owe $500,000? Take that! This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Got him. Nice. Alright, what's our motive? Tell me more about the motive. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place?
The man, he was listening to a law radio with his earpiece.
Maggie said something about that too.
The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted.
And the ticket?
He had all of his tickets put out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I...
Put the poison in his coffee?
No! Oh no, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? La victim collapsed, and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them.
Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right?
How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No! This is not true!
What happened to the winning ticket?
I did not take it. The ticket for $500,000, I mean. You just told us you did. You said you took a ticket. Mais non, ma fille. It was not...
That's enough.
Huh? Ah!
Oh, it's Godo!
Mr. Godo!
What the heck are you doing here? Ugh. This is without a doubt the worst coffee I've ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. He came in here for coffee? Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question.
No. It was a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. In that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion.
He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor.
So, the ticket he took was worthless?
Not quite. He did win something. $1.
You see, I'm just a pretty face without my looks. I'm nothing.
So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we?
Voila, you two. Time to laugh at the pretty little airhead.
Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Victor's note thrown into the trash. Looks like we got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, anyway. Can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this. And certainly not again. To be continued. Sounds like it's trial time trial time next. So we're gonna save, of course. But we're gonna do the actual trial and save that for next time. When's next time? Might be tomorrow if I feel like streaming tomorrow. But since my new schedule is Saturday or Sunday, I might not necessarily stream this tomorrow. I kind of also really want to do more Palace of the Dead in 14 or Inscription. Or maybe we'll just switch up and do a few different things tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. If I end up doing anything, because I also still need to farm a bunch of stuff in 14. Anyway, I think we're going to call it for today because it's 11 o'clock. Let me go over to twitch.tv really quick. No, I don't see anyone else I know streaming today. Okay, cool. That's fine. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. Hope it was fun to tune in. And, let's see. If I don't do anything tomorrow, the next stream will be either on Monday or Tuesday for more Final Fantasy XIV goodness. We will be doing Palace of the Dead. And then next week, if we don't continue Phoenix Wright until next week, it will definitely be on Saturday. I will not be here on Sunday on Halloween. I will be out and about doing other stuff, most likely. I have a friend coming over into the area, so yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope it was fun. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and I will hope you have a good rest of your weekend if I don't see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night, and catch you later. Bye!